Hey everybody, so on public demand we have brought to you CAT 2017 के previous year questions in the LRDI section. This is slot 1. The reason why we picked up 2017 in specific is because this was the last paper that IIM Lucknow had conveyed, right? So the convener for 2017 was IIM Lucknow, and for 2023 CAT will also be IIM Lucknow. Let's get into it. So this time we are picking up, for this video we're picking up all the easy sets that were asked in CAT 2017 slot 1 LRDI section. चलिए शुरू करते हैं. So we'll be doing 3 sets. There were 3 sets that were pretty easy. When I say easy, it does not only reflect on the amount of time that was taken, but the complexity of it. And if it was complex, but then it was too easy to understand and to put it on paper. So you have to be able to understand the given text or the given chart and use that understandability in solving the sets. ठीक है, तो 3 सेट करेंगे. न्यू एयरलाइंस, हेल्थी बाइट्स एंड रूरल स्कूल सर्वे. शुरू करते हैं पहले सेट के साथ. न्यू एयरलाइंस इज something to do with maps and networks. Although there is no map there, there is a situation where you have to create the given map, right? Although it has nothing to do with the distances, it is more of a logical question than data based question, but it does involve a little bit of permutations and combinations, right? PNC. I mean, it's not necessary that you need to know PNC, but if you know PNC, agar aapko PNC aata hai, then it becomes easier for us to do the intrinsic calculation bit as well. So I'll just move away. This was the original set. I'll just give you about a couple of seconds to read through this. Please hit pause if you want to quickly read through this, and then we'll start doing it together. चलिए, तो ये set इतना ही है. First it came as a surprise कि sir इतना सा ही set है. Yes, of course. The size of the set is small, and also the questions have some information given within them. So वहाँ पे हमें अपना दिमाग लगाना है, and we have to. So if you read through this quickly, a new airlines company is planning to start operations in a country. The company has identified 10 different cities. So we have 10 cities which they plan to connect through their network to start with. The flight duration between any pair of cities will be less than 1 hour. So when you solve this set, you will realize that this thing being less than 1 hour is of very little significance. This was actually meant to tell you that the flight durations, right, between 2 flights was less than 1 hour. You can keep it as less than 1 hour. To start operations, the company has to decide on a daily schedule. That is the task given to us. The underlying principle that they are working on this is the following. So this is very important because this term underlying principle appears very frequently in the questions. Any person staying in any of these 10 cities should be able to make a trip to any other city in the morning and shall be able to return in the evening of the same day. So if we were to take any 2 cities, let's say A and B, अगर हम कोई 2 cities ले रहे हैं A और B, अब A से B जाने वाला बंदा, so let's say there is some person, okay, person 1, yes, this person 1 wants to go to A to B. Now he should be able to, what are they saying? The underlying principle is what? That that person should be able to make a trip to any other city in the morning and should be able to return the same day of the evening, right? Evening of the same day. So let's say in the morning, yes, in the morning, if somebody goes from A to B, in the morning, if somebody goes from A to B and the flight duration is less than 1 hour, right? Now, what is important here is that the same person, person 1, should be able to return from B to A again in the evening of the same day. Yes, evening of the same day. Yes, so this is from A and coming back to A, right? A round trip from A to B, that is A to B, B to A again. Now we need to understand that this also applies for B to A as well, right? So if I consider there's another person, person 2, this is person 2. Now what if this person wanted to go to A in the morning? We do not have a flight for that. So इसके लिए हमें क्या करना पड़ेगा? We'll have to have a flight from B to A in the morning. Yes, and we also want to ensure कि A से B वो दोबारा evening में आ जाए. He should be able to return to B again in the same evening. So there should be a flight in the evening also that goes from A to B. Yes. So this is between 2 cities A and B. We have 10 such cities. 10 such cities के बीच में हमें pairs बनाना है. We have to make pairs between these 10 cities, and then we have to look at it, right? Before we move ahead with any kind of calculation here, let's have a look at the questions. So if you look at the questions, there are 4 questions. Question 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one. Question 3rd and 4th are a little long, so we're going to keep that for a while. Let's look at the first question. If the underlying principle is to be satisfied such a way that the journey between any 2 cities can be performed only using direct flights. Now, if you understand this, between A to B, what we've done is we've looked at the direct flights. A से B directly, B to A directly. No layover or no stoppages in between, right? It's not going via some other city. It is directly going from A to B and B to A again, right? They're asking then the minimum number of flights. Yes, so this question is asking for minimum number of flights scheduled. If you look at the second question, again they are saying that 10 cities, hubs, some information there, we'll read that again. But then if you look at the important part, the main part of the question, it says then the minimum number of direct flights again. This is talking about minimum number of direct flights. Second question is talking about minimum number of direct flights. Let's have a look at the third question. The third question also has some information, some extra extension of the set. जो existing data हमें दिया उसका एक extension दिया हुआ है. But यहाँ पे बोल रहे then the minimum number of direct flights again. So third question is also talking about minimum number of direct flights. If you have a look at the fourth question, वहां पर भी what would be the maximum reduction in the number of direct flights as compared to the situation before the operation. So again they are talking here about the number of direct flights, but then they are talking about the difference between the third situation and the fourth. Third question and the fourth question के बीच में कितना maximum gap आप रख सकते हैं, right? Maximum reduction. Again, this thing has to do with what? The third question, जहां पे again minimum number of direct flights पूछा है. और अगर आप ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का जो डेटा है, क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 का, सपोज द 10 cities are divided in 4 distinct groups G1 to G4 having 3, 3, 2, 2 cities respectively, and that G1 consists of 3 cities A, B and C. Further, suppose that direct flights are allowed only between 2 cities and we have 4 conditions here. The same part is also there in the fourth question. So if you kind of understand the third question, then you will be able to understand the fourth one as well. ठीक है, तो अब शुरू करते हैं. So we had left here, we had noticed कि if I take any two pairs, that is A to B का जो pair है, A और B का जो pair है, what do we notice? That the least number of flights, please understand, flights is different from aircrafts. एरोप्लेन की बात नहीं कर रही, 4 एरोप्लेन चाहिए ये नहीं बोल रहा हूं मैं, बट मैं क्या बोल रहा हूं कि 4 फ्लाइट चाहिए. वी नीड 4 शेड्यूल्ड जर्नीज फ्रॉम A to B and B to A, right? So if we talk about A to B, yes, minimum number of direct flights, for just A and B as a pair, right? A and B as a pair, we need how much? A to B in the morning, B to A in the morning, A to B in the evening, B to A in the evening. So we need a minimum of 4 direct flights, right? We need a minimum of 4 direct flights. The same rule, this is nothing but your underlying principle. The same concept will be applied for all the pairs of cities, whether it is A, B, A, C, A, D, anywhere, right? So if you have a look at the first question is as direct as it can be. They are saying if the underlying principle is to be satisfied in such a way that the journey between any 2 cities can be performed using only direct flights, then the minimum number of direct flights कितनी होंगी? Yes, so what did we see? We saw that for one pair of cities, we need minimum of 4 direct flights, right? Minimum direct flights would be 4. Yes. They're asking for all the 10 cities. So there has to be pairs between all the 10 cities. Am I right? We just spoke about one pair. हमने सिर्फ एक pair की बात करी थी. There are 10 cities in total. 10 cities हैं total में. और उनमें से हमें 2-2 की जोड़ी बनानी है. 2-2 के pairs बनाने और group them as 2-2. The first thing that should pop into your mind is yes, this is combination. Because we are looking at the number of ways in which 10 cities can be grouped as a pair. That is 2 cities के कितने ग्रुप बनेंगे 10 में से. So 10C2 is how much? The shorter way of doing this instead of putting in the direct formula. आप NCR का formula लगा के कर सकते हैं where it will be n factorial divided by n minus r factorial into r factorial. But the faster way of doing this is 10 से 10 से you will be taking 2 numbers, right? 10 से आप उल्टा चलोगे and you'll be taking 2 numbers. So 10 एक नंबर हो गया और दूसरा नंबर 9 हो गया, right? Divide this by 2 factorial. What is 2 factorial? 2 into 1. I hope you're getting this, right? 10 से आप दो नंबर पीछे जाएंगे, 10 9 and divided by ये क्या है, r जो भी है, r factorial 2 factorial. Then this is the shorter way of doing any combination calculation. So this is going to be how much? 45 pairs. So there are 45 ways of creating pairs. There are 45 ways in which you can create pairs. Hence we will have how much? 45 pairs, right? We will have 45 pairs of cities. Yes, that is going to be what? AB, AC, AD, AE, all the way till J, and then again BC. So B to A is already done. A to B, A, B, A and B, and B and A. These are the same pairs, है ना? ये दोनों same है. इसलिए we've taken combination and not permutation. क्योंकि permutation में order matter करता है, तो AB, BA will be two different things in a permutation, but in a combination AB, BA are the same thing. Yes. So 45 pairs बनते हैं, मतलब कितने minimum flights चाहिएंगे? 4 into 45. एक pair के लिए अगर 4 है तो 45 के लिए 4 into 45, which is 180 minimum direct flights will be required. Yes, which we have in the options as option C, 180. Done. For the other options that you have, 45, 90, 135 would somehow turn out to be a trap if you do not understand the underlying principle, that is this bit, that there need to be at least 4, minimum 4 direct flights चाहिए ही चाहिए. ठीक है? Then the other thing you can do is from the options, all you have to see is which number is a multiple of 4, but 4 into 45 is not a very long calculation, तो ये आराम से हो जाएगा. I hope you understood this. This is going to help us understand the rest of the questions also. So if you have a look at the second question में additional data और दिया है, क्या बोल रहे हैं? Suppose 3 of the 10 cities are to be developed as hubs, right? 10 cities में से 10 cities में से 3 cities need to be called as hubs, right? So I can have hub 1, hub 2 and hub 3. Yes, we have 3 hubs. That basically means there will be 7 cities remaining, right? So instead of calling them hub 1, hub 2, hub 3, let's assume that we have A, B and C as the hubs. It's not given anywhere. Names कहीं पर दिया हुआ नहीं है कि city के नाम से A, B, C, D है. But for our understanding, let's say A is a hub, B is the second hub, and C is the third hub. Okay. And what are they saying? A hub is a city which is connected with every other city by direct flights each way, both in the morning as well as in the evening. Both in the morning as well as in the evening. That means we will have between a hub, let's say A, and some other city, say D. A और D के बीच में हमें minimum 4 flights चाहिए. You have to keep that in mind. ठीक है? The only direct flights which will be scheduled are originating and or terminating in one of the hubs. मतलब या तो A से चालू होंगी flights या A में end होगी flights. Yes? या दोनों. B से चालू होंगी, B में end होगी. C से चालू होंगी, C में end होगी. That basically shows us what? The remaining cities. Let's say D and E. Right? D और E के बीच में direct flight हो सकती है क्या? Can we have a direct flight from D to E or E to D? No, we can't, right? It has to be through the hubs only. That means what? I can go from D to A and then A to E. Yes, there will not be any direct flight from D to E directly. Instead, we will have to go via A. D से A से E. Cool? So, यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे D से A, if you see, this is ending at the hub, terminating at the hub. A से E अगर आप देखोगे, it is originating from the hub. That's what the second instruction is saying. The question is again asking the minimum number of direct flights that need to be scheduled. Direct flights need to be scheduled so that the underlying principle of the airline to serve all the 10 cities is met without visiting more than one hub during one trip. This is very important. Without visiting more than one hub during one trip. That means I cannot have a trip like this. This is not allowed. This is allowed. I cannot have a trip where I say I go from D to A, from A to I go B, and then I go to E. Right? From D to E, I cannot have a travel journey like this where I have one hub and 2 hubs. I cannot have 2 hubs there. Right? So A is a hub, B is a hub, C is a hub. Yeah. What you need to understand is all 10 cities still needs to be connected. Right? All 10 cities still needs to be connected. So if you look at A, Apart from the hubs, forget about the hubs, we'll talk about the hubs in the later end of this question. But let's talk about how A can be connected to the remaining 7 cities, right? So A needs to be connected to D, it needs to be connected to E, it needs to be connected to F, it needs to be connected to G, H, I as well as J, right? So there has to be direct flights going from A to D, D to A to E, E to A. So same is the case with F, A, G, A, H, A, I, A and J, A. So if you look at A alone, what do you notice? That there are how many pairs? There are 7 pairs now. AD, AE, AF, AG, AH, AI, AJ. We do not have a pair called FE. We do not have a pair called GJ. Yes, the pair has to have, at least one of them has to be, and in fact exactly one of them has to be a hub only. ठीक है? तो यहाँ पे कितने pairs बन रहे हैं? We know that for one pair we need minimum 4 direct flights, right? Minimum 4, I'll call them DF, direct flights. The same way we have 7 pairs here. 7 pairs, that means there will be 7 times 4, that is nothing but 28 minimum direct flights. Done? This is very important. This bit is very important. What you understand, what you get from the first impression of the question. क्वेश्चन को देखते ही पहला जो आपका इंप्रेशन है वो हमेशा थ्रू आउट द सेट में लगाना है हमें, ठीक है? तो 28 वी गेट हियर. यस, 28 फॉर कनेक्टिंग A to the other 7 cities. The same thing we have to do with what? With B and with C also. Yes, तो B के भी 7 होंगे. D, E, F, G, H, I and J. D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Again the same thing will happen. There will be 7 pairs. So you can either calculate directly the flights or you can calculate all the pairs and then multiply them with 4. Either which ways. तो यहाँ पर भी क्या होगा? One pair is minimum 4 flights, so there will be 7 pairs. 7 pairs here as well, giving us 7 into 4, 28 minimum direct flights. Yes. This bit is also done with B. The same thing will happen with C also, right? You don't have to draw this. I'm just drawing this so that you understand what the kind of calculation that I'm doing. ये आपको बार-बार बनाने की जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है? So again, here we will have what? We will have D, E, F, G, H, I and J. Yes. तो यहाँ पे भी we have 7 pairs. That gives us minimum 28 direct flights. Cool. But what you need to understand is 28 plus 28 plus 28. We have how much? 84 flights here. 84 is not in the answer choices. Luckily, if there was an 84, a lot of us would fall into that trap. Yes, making it impossible to get the right answer for this. So what we need to understand is apart from these 28 direct flights that we have per hub, we've forgotten to connect one hub to another, because a hub at the end of the day is still a city. Hub भी एक city ही है, but underlying principle क्या बोल रहा है कि सारे 10 cities को हमें connect करना है. तो A से B हमने connect नहीं किया. Yes, A से B हमने connect नहीं किया. B से C हमने connect नहीं किया. A से C हमने connect नहीं किया. Yes, so for hubs alone, for hubs we have how many pairs? For hubs we have 3 pairs. Yes, which gives us what? 3 into 4, 12 minimum direct flights. Cool. So on the whole, if we look at now, all the 10 cities are connected. All the hubs are interconnected. Each hub is connected to the non-hub cities also, to 7 non-hub cities also. So in total, we have what? We have 28 for A, 28 for B, 28 for C with the non-hub cities, and 12 with the hubs alone. Yes, so we have how much? 84 plus 12 is 96 minimum direct flights. Yes, this is our answer, which is option C again. Okay. So what I did was, immediately after finding out the pair, I multiplied it by 4 to get the number of minimum flights. Or the other way you can do is you can calculate the pairs alone. So you know there is 7 here, 7 and 7, that's 21. 21 plus 3 is 24. 24 times 4 is 96. Okay? Done. So directly or indirectly, we still end up with the same number. So that was question 2. The third question has a similar touch to it. But instead of a hub, they are talking about something called groups. They're saying the 10 cities are divided into 4 groups. Okay, the 10 cities are divided into the 4 groups, that is G1, G2, G3 and G4. So G1 has 3 cities, they're saying, G2 has 3 cities, G3 has 2 cities and G4 also has 2 cities. ठीक है, respectively दिया हुआ है, please read this carefully. And that G1 consists of 3 cities, that is A, B and C. तो G1 में 3 cities हैं, A, B and C. Cool. Now since no other names are given to the city, just हमारा कैलकुलेशन इजी करने के लिए, हमारा समझना, आर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन, टू मेक आर कॉम्प्रिहेंशन लिटिल अंडरस्टैंडेबल, what we are going to do is we are going to name the other 7 cities also. ठीक है, just like we did in the previous question. So let's say these 3 cities are D, E, F. यहाँ पे we have G and H and here we have I and J. ठीक है, अब हमें क्या देखना है, आगे का क्वेश्चन पढ़ते हैं. Further, suppose that direct flights are allowed. ये क्या बोल रहे हैं, डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स तभी अलाउड है अगर between 2 cities satisfying one of the following, satisfying any one of the following. मतलब अगर इन 4 कंडीशंस में से अगर कोई भी कंडीशन सेटिस्फाई नहीं हो रहा है तो वहां पे डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स नहीं होंगी. राइट, दैट्स द आइडिया देयर. तो फर्स्ट पॉइंट दे आर सेइंग बोथ सिटीज आर इन G1. अगर दोनों सिटीज G1 में हैं, राइट, इफ बोथ द सिटीज आर इन G1 ग्रुप 1, ओनली देन देयर विल बी डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स. तो अगर मैं G1 का कैलकुलेट करता हूं, इफ आई कैलकुलेट फॉर G1 दैट इज बेस्ड ऑन द फर्स्ट कंडीशन, है ना, ये फर्स्ट कंडीशन, कितने पेयर्स बनेंगे, ए बी, ए सी, बी सी. We have 3 pairs here, right? We have 3 pairs here between A, B and C. So we have 3 pairs. If you want, you can directly calculate. 3 pairs means what? 12 minimum direct flights, right? Minimum direct flights. Done. This is from the first condition for G1. Yes, I'm going to remove these arrows so that you don't get confused further. Now we are going into the second condition. What does the second condition say? Between A and any city in G2. Between A and any city in G2. So according to the second condition, flights coming in and out of G2, group 2 में जो भी flights आ रही है या वहां से जा रही हैं, will have to be from A or ending to A only. Right? मतलब क्या है? A will be connected to D, A will be connected to E, A will be connected to F. So again, what do we see? We see that we have 3 pairs. 3 pairs here also. Yes, again, calculate करना है, कर सकते हो. Minimum direct flights. So here 12, here 12. Okay. I'm going to mark these so that at the end when we add them up, we don't miss out anything. ठीक है? Going on to the third condition now. First and second conditions are satisfied. Moving on to the third condition. Third condition says what? Between B and any city in G3. So now B is connected to any city in G3, which is G and H. So we'll have flights coming in and out of B and G, same way B and H. Yes, B and H, B and G. So again, for the third condition, for the third group, we have how many pairs? BG, BH alone, just 2 pairs. Yes, if you notice, there is no flight that goes from G to H directly. Direct flights नहीं है G से H. तो अगर हमें G से H जाना है, we have to do what? G से पहले D जाएंगे, फिर D से हम H जाएंगे. ठीक है, वो डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट नहीं गिनी जाएगी, वो इनडायरेक्ट फ्लाइट है, बिकॉज वी आर हैविंग अ स्टॉपेज एट B, वाया B वी आर गोइंग टू H अगेन. ठीक है, तो डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स के सिर्फ 2 ही पैर्स बनेंगे, BG एंड BH. सो 2 पैर्स इज अगेन 2 into 4, दैट इज 8 मिनिमम डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स. Cool. Can you do the same thing with the next condition also? The fourth condition also. So what does the fourth condition tell us? Obviously we can anticipate it. We have only C left and 2 more cities in group 4. That has to be it. Between C and any city in G4. So C say any city in G4. That means what? We have C to I and we have C to J. Yes. So again we end up having what? 2 pairs. So according to the fourth condition, ग्रुप 4 के सिटीज के लिए वी हैव एग्जैक्टली 2 पेयर्स जहां पे मिनिमम, जहां पे डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स जाएंगी. तो 2 पेयर्स इज अगेन 8 मिनिमम डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स. दैट इज इट. सो अलोंग विथ, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज 4 पेयर्स, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज 4 कंडीशंस, और कोई कंडीशन नहीं है जो इसमें लगेगी. राइट, अपार्ट फ्रॉम दीज और कोई कंडीशंस नहीं है जो इसमें लगेगी. दैट्स इट. राइट, सो व्हाट डू वी सी? वी हैव 12 plus 8 plus 8. That is 20 plus 20, 40 minimum direct flights, and this will be the answer for our question. Yes, this is the theta question. यहाँ पे कोई options नहीं है, 40 is the answer. तो यहाँ पे हमने क्या किया, we took one condition at a time. एक condition को हमने उठाया, we found out the pairs. Second condition उठाया, we found out the pairs and did the same with the third and the fourth condition as well. ठीक है, सो आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, क्योंकि अगर आप ये नहीं समझोगे, इफ यू डू नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दिस, देन यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू आंसर द फोर्थ क्वेश्चन. चौथा क्वेश्चन आपसे सॉल्व नहीं होगा, क्योंकि ये इसी पे रिलाई करता है. ठीक है, डन. मूविंग ऑन टू द फोर्थ कंडीशन. नाउ फोर्थ कंडीशन भी यही बोल रहा है. स्टार्टिंग का बिट अगर आप पढ़ोगे, अगेन आई वुड ऑनेस्टली रेकमेंड कि आप पढ़ो. Just because starting के few words match with the previous question, don't rush into it. ठीक है, पढ़ो, no issues. If you take an extra 20-30 seconds चलेगा, as long as you can manage up the accuracy there. ठीक है, so यहां से लेके यहां तक same है. All the conditions are same. We have all the 4 conditions same. All the 4 groups also being the same. तो फटाफट एक बार वापस लिख लेते हैं. Group 1, Group 2, Group 3 and Group 4. ग्रुप 1 में क्या है, वी हैव 3 cities A, B and C. ग्रुप 2 में भी 3 cities होने चाहिए, दैट इज D, E and F. ग्रुप 3 में 2 G and H. ग्रुप 4 में 2 I and J. ठीक है, नाउ लेटर बिट व्हाट डज इट से. सो वी हैव दीज 4 कंडीशंस, बट ये क्वेश्चन प्रीवियस पूछ लिया था. अब ये क्या पूछ रहे हैं, दे सेइंग हाउएवर, मतलब नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू काइंड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट व्हाट दे हैव सेड अर्लियर. पहले जो भी बोला था उसका एक कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन है. हाउएवर, ड्यू टू ऑपरेशनल डिफिकल्टीज एट ए में कुछ ऑपरेशनल डिफिकल्टीज हुई. इट वाज लेटर डिसाइडेड दैट द ओनली फ्लाइट्स दैट वुड ऑपरेट एट ए वुड बी दोस टू एंड फ्रॉम बी. प्रीवियस केस में क्या हुआ था अपने साथ, प्रीवियस केस में वी हैड फ्लाइट्स गोइंग फ्रॉम ए टू बी, बी टू ए. वी हैड ए टू सी, सी टू ए. We also had flights from A to the G3 वाले cities, right? AD, AE and AF के pairs भी बने थे. Yes, AD, ये मैं previous question में से मैं ये हटा रहा हूं so that you don't get confused. ठीक है, तो ये सारे flights थी from and to A, correct? AB, AC, AD, AE, AF. Now what are they saying? Because of these some operational difficulties, अब A से सिर्फ फ्लाइट्स जाएंगी टू एंड फ्रॉम B ओनली. दैट मीन्स नाउ वी हैव ओनली वन लिंक फ्रॉम A, दैट इज A and B. Yes, A is no longer connected to C. A is no longer connected to D, E or F also. But what happens to these D, E and F? Because then D, E and F become not connected to other cities, है ना. तो अब क्या हो रहा है, cities in G2 माने D, E, F would have to be assigned to G3 or to G4. कहीं पर भी और डाल दो, G3 में या G4 में डाल दो. Yes, so अगर मैं इस D को यहां से हटा के यहां पे डाल रहा हूं, let's say I put everything in G3 or in G4, चलेगा, कहीं पर भी डालो, लॉजिक सेम ही है. So I'm going to place this D, E and F here. ठीक है, अब D, E and F यहां पर है ही नहीं, मतलब G2 कुछ है ही नहीं, there's no G2 there at all, right? What would be the maximum reduction? What would be the maximum reduction? Reduction माने क्या, difference. Maximum difference कितना होगा in the number of direct flights as compared to the situation before the operational difficulties arose. Before the operational difficulties, we required how many? We required minimum 40 direct flights, right? So before we required 40 minimum direct flights. Now they're saying after कितना होना चाहिए, how many minimum direct flights, so that the difference between them is maximum. The difference between them is maximum, right? यहां पे 40 है. If this is as low as possible, ये जितना आप कम करोगे उतना डिफरेंस ज्यादा होगा, है ना. If you want A minus B का डिफरेंस to be maximum, what will you have to do? A को मैक्सिमाइज करना है, B को मिनिमाइज करना है. ऑल्दो A का मैक्सिमम वैल्यू हम नहीं ढूंढ सकते, मिनिमम हमें पता है बिटवीन अ पेयर विल बी 4 फ्लाइट्स, मैक्सिमम देयर कुड बी एनी नंबर ऑफ फ्लाइट्स, राइट. आई कैन हैव फ्लाइट्स कमिंग इन एंड गोइंग एवरी मिनट. यस, क्योंकि जर्नी टाइम 1 घंटा है, बट द मोमेंट, सो लेट्स से अगर 10 AM पे एक फ्लाइट ऐसे जा रही है, आई कैन हैव अनदर फ्लाइट रेडी बाय 10:01, another flight ready by 10:02, right? I can have that. So maximum is not समथिंग दैट वी कैन नॉट आइडेंटिफाई, वी कैन नॉट डिटर्मिन, वी कैन नॉट कैलकुलेट, वो इन्फिनिटी होगा, एनी नंबर, राइट, नो कंस्ट्रेंट्स देयर, बट मिनिमम हमें पता है, तो इसे मिनिमम रखना है. सो वी हैव टू फाइंड minimum number of flights that can go here. Yes, I think now you can do the same calculation. Yes, with G1 now you do not have 3 pairs anymore. क्यों? A से B है, B से C है, but A से C नहीं है. Yes, so you have only 2 pairs. Yes, with G2 कुछ है ही नहीं, G2 में कुछ है ही नहीं, there are no more cities in G2. With G3 I can say B से ये सारे G, H, D, E, F. So how many? 2 plus 3, 5 pairs यहां पे बनेंगे. G4 में I'm still following these conditions only. I'm still following these conditions only. C से C4 again 2 pairs. Yes. So whether you multiply it by 4 and then calculate, आप या तो multiply यहाँ पे 4 से multiply करके फिर calculate करो, या इन सबको total करके multiply by 4 कर लो, कुछ भी. So we have how much? 2 plus 5 7 plus 2 9 pairs. तो 9 pairs का मतलब क्या है? 9 into 4 36 मिनिमम डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स. यस, या फिर यहां पे कर लो, इंटू 4 into 4 into 4 करोगे, यू विल गेट 8 plus 20 28 plus 8 again 36. ठीक है, सो हियर वी हैव 36 मिनिमम डायरेक्ट फ्लाइट्स. व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस? 40 minus 36 is 4 and this will be our answer. दिस इज वन वे ऑफ लुकिंग एट इट. ठीक है, ये एक तरीका इस क्वेश्चन को देखने का. दूसरा तरीका ये क्या बोल रहे हैं कि प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन में, क्वेश्चन 3 में जो भी अपने फ्लाइट्स थे, जो भी अपने पेयर्स थे, फॉरगेट अबाउट फ्लाइट्स, जो भी अपने पेयर्स थे, वो पेयर अब यहां पे नहीं है. कौन से पेयर नहीं है वो ढूंढना है हमें, राइट? कौन सी जोड़ियां, कौन सी पेयर नहीं है. सो ए से लेके सी वाला पेयर नहीं है, 1 पेयर वी डोंट हैव, A to C. बाकी अगर आप देखोगे ए से डी ई एंड एफ, ए से जो डी ई एंड एफ, ये जो 3 पेयर हैं, दीज आर नाउ नॉट कनेक्टेड टू ए बट आर कनेक्टेड टू बी, क्योंकि वो यहां पे आ गए थे. यस, सो बी से वो सेम बी टू डी, बी टू ई, बी टू एफ वापस है. सो दीज 3 पेयर्स आर कॉम्पनसेटेड, डी ई एंड एफ आर समहाउ कॉम्पनसेटेड, which is the one connection that was not compensated for, which was not given any other way of reaching them, A से C. So only 1 pair is missed out. Correct? Can I say in this entire question, इस पूरे क्वेश्चन में एक पेयर की कमी है, राइट? कंपेयर टू क्वेश्चन 3 and 4, 1 पेयर का कमी. तो 1 पेयर दैट इज A to C, राइट? A and C का जो पेयर था, उसका कितना फ्लाइट्स होगा? मिनिमम 4 फ्लाइट्स. करेक्ट? दिस विल बी आवर आंसर. क्लियर? So this is one way of looking at question number 4. If you can quickly figure out question 3 और question 4 में क्या difference है, या फिर आप traditional way से कर सकते हैं. Either which ways you will get the right answer. This will take you a little longer. अब आपको ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगेगा क्योंकि question 3 में आपने वो पहले कर लिया था similar calculation. You can do it here also. या फिर ऐसे कर लो. ठीक है? Done. So this was set 1, which is new airlines. Set 1 काफी popularly known था for it being a little moderate to difficult या even difficult questions. A lot of analysis उस time पे बोले थे. But in reality, this is not as difficult as they claim. This is in fact an easier one because there's so minimum data. There's hardly any data. कोई data नहीं है. There's hardly any arrangement that you have to do here. कोई logical का part ही नहीं है इसमें कि आपने यहाँ पे arrange करना है, grid बनाना है, nothing. It's all you acting impromptu based on the questions, है ना? So I think this has to be one of the easier questions that was asked in 2017 slot 1 in the LRDI section. Done? तो ये था हमारा set 1, which was pretty easy in itself. But बस जो underlying principle का जो समझना है वो जरूरी है. ठीक है? Now let's have a look at the second set. Second set का नाम दिया है healthy bites. Yes, question अगर आप पढ़ोगे थोड़ा contradiction होगा वहां पे. This is based on distribution. More specifically, it is based on scheduling. ठीक है? Distribution के under ये scheduling का है. So if you read the question, you will understand कि इसमें employee scheduling करना है हमें. ठीक है? Again, hit pause. जल्दी से इसे पढ़िए. चलो अब साथ में पढ़ेंगे. So healthy bites is a fast food joint. Contradiction. Serving 3 items: burgers, fries and ice cream. So 3 item बेचता है वो, burger, fries and ice cream. ठीक है, 3 items. It has 2 employees, Anish and Bani. So we have an employee named A, another one named B. Beautiful. Who prepare the items ordered by the clients. Preparation time is 10 minutes for a burger. So 10 minutes for a burger, 2 minutes for ice cream. Yes. An employee can prepare only one of these two at a time. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि बर्गर बनाते बनाते साइड में आइसक्रीम बना दिया. नो. इफ एन एम्प्लॉय इज इन्वेस्टेड इन मेकिंग अ बर्गर, वो सिर्फ बर्गर बनाएगा, आइसक्रीम बर्गर के बाद बनाएगा. या फिर अगर वो आइसक्रीम बना रहा है तो अभी सिर्फ आइसक्रीम बनाएगा, उसके बाद ही बर्गर बना सकता है. सो ओनली आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग वन फूड आइटम कैन दैट एम्प्लॉय गो टू द नेक्स्ट वन. ठीक है. Moving on, the fries are prepared. The fries are prepared in an automatic fryer which can prepare up to 3 portions of fries at a time and take 5 minutes irrespective of the number of portions. Beautiful. अगर कोई क्लाइंट आके बोलता है, कस्टमर आके बोलता है कि मेरे को 1 पोर्शन ऑफ फ्राइज दो, तो भी 5 मिनट लगेंगे. 2 पोर्शन ऑफ फ्राइज तो भी 5 मिनट लगेंगे. 3 पोर्शन ऑफ फ्राइज फिर भी 5 मिनट लगेंगे. उससे ज्यादा देन इट हैज टू गो इन द नेक्स्ट ऑर्डर. ठीक है. एंड सिंस इट्स एन ऑटोमेटिक फ्रायर, ये ऑटोमेटिक फ्रायर है, दे डोंट हैव टू मैन्युअली मेक इट. तो उसका इफेक्ट क्या है? द फ्रायर डज नॉट नीड एन एम्प्लॉय टू कॉन्स्टेंटली अटेंड टू इट. कोई एम्प्लॉय फ्रायर के बाजू में खड़ के कुछ नहीं करेगा. He'll be standing empty handed. ठीक है. एंड वी कैन इग्नोर द टाइम टेकन बाय एन एम्प्लॉय टू स्टार्ट एंड स्टॉप द फ्रायर. तो इसका क्या मतलब है कि फ्रायर को ऑन करना, फ्रायर को ऑफ करना, वो वाला जो ड्यूरेशन है उसे हम इग्नोर कर सकते हैं. दैट बेसिकली मीन्स अप टू 3 पोर्शंस ऑफ फ्राइज कैन ऑटोमेटिकली बी डन. वो अनीश या बनी का काम नहीं है. ठीक है. Further reading, thus an employee can be engaged in preparing other items while the frying is on. However, fries cannot be prepared in anticipation of future orders. Let's talk about the second part in a while. पहले का देखते हैं. जब बर्गर बनाता है तब दूसरा आइटम नहीं प्रिपेयर कर सकता, बट जब फ्राइज बना रहा है तब दूसरा आइटम पे ध्यान दे सकता है. दैट मीन्स अ पर्सन कैन गो टर्न ऑन द फ्रायर एंड देन प्रिपेयर अ बर्गर और प्रिपेयर एन ऑर्डर ऑफ आइसक्रीम. ठीक है. Now, however, fries cannot be prepared in anticipation of future orders. का मतलब क्या है? Let's say एक कस्टमर आके बोलता है मेरे को 1 पोर्शन ऑफ फ्राइज चाहिए, बट आप सोचते हो कि यार अभी मैं 1 पोर्शन बनाऊंगा, 5 मिनट लगेंगे, 5 मिनट्स, राइट? 5 मिनट लगेंगे. एंड उसके बाद फिर और कोई आएगा और 1 मांगेगा या 2 मांगेगा, तो मैं पहले ही 3 डाल देता हूं. my first order itself, I'll put all the 3 so that when the next order comes, it is already ready. You can't do that, right? Fries have to be made on the spot and on order basis only. They should not be prepared beforehand. ठीक है. So that's what the first paragraph says. So in order to understand the first paragraph and to take this to our questions, मैंने एक टेबल बना दिया जहां पे I've put burger 10 minutes, ice cream 2 minutes, 1, 2 और 3. up to 3 का मतलब क्या है? 1, 2 to 3, right? 1 से लेके 3 तक, not more than 3, not less than 1. 0 fries क्या ही बनाएगा फिर. Right, and it takes them 5 minutes, but I've put a star here just so that I know that it is done by an automatic fryer. It does not require any employee to be next to it. It can be mixed with other orders and created, made simultaneously. And I cannot make this in anticipation of the next order. ठीक है. ये सब का जो भी conditions है for the fryer, I've put it in terms of a star. Conditions apply. अब आगे देखते हैं. लेट्स हैव अ लुक एट द नेक्स्ट पैराग्राफ. तो ये क्वेश्चन में नहीं दिया हुआ था. ओके, दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी मेड. वी कॉल दिस एज अ बे. दिस इज अ बे दैट वी मेड. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट, हेल्दी बाइट्स विशेस टू सर्व द ऑर्डर्स एज अर्ली एज पॉसिबल. ओके, द इंडिविजुअल आइटम्स इन एनी ऑर्डर्स आर सर्व्ड एज एंड व्हेन रेडी. तो अगर बर्गर बन गया तो बर्गर दे देंगे, अगर फ्राइज बन गया तो फ्राइज दे देंगे, आइसक्रीम बन गया दे देंगे. ठीक है. However, contradiction. However, the order is considered to be completely served only when all the items are served. तो अगर आप ये टेबल देख रहे हो, टेबल 1 क्लाइंट 1 10 बजे को आ रहा है और बोल रहा है मेरे को 1 बर्गर, 3 पोर्शंस ऑफ फ्राइज और 1 आइसक्रीम चाहिए. Now you cannot give him just the burger and get involved in the next order, next client's order, क्योंकि फिर इसका ऑर्डर अभी तक इनकम्प्लीट है. Right? Clear? All the items need to be served, only then you can say that yes, that customer was served. Cool. The table below gives the order of 3 clients and the times at which they place their orders. So let's have a look at the table. we have just 3 clients, thank God for that, and 3 different times when they arrive. One comes at 10 o'clock, the other comes at 10:05 and the other comes at 10:07. The third one comes at 10:07. इनके orders अगर आप देखोगे, 1 burger, 3 portions of fries, 1 order of ice cream. What we are actually looking at here is multiple burgers या multiple ice creams नहीं है. Second thing we are looking at if the number of fries के order 1 to 3 के बीच में है या नहीं. Yes, so we have just 1 burger, fries के 3 portions हैं, beautiful, and just 1 order of ice cream. Good thing for us. If you look at the second one, 2 portions of fries, no burger, burger नहीं खा रहे, right? Just 2 portions of fries, which is again between 1 and 3, 1 order of ice cream alone. The third guy comes, 1 burger, again single burger, no ice cream, just 1 portion of fries, which is again between 1 and 3. So you do not, मेरे को पता है कि आप ये सोच रहे होगे यहाँ पे at this stage you will be thinking कि सर अगर 3 से ज्यादा ऑर्डर आ गए फ्राइज के तब क्या करेंगे, 1 से ज्यादा बर्गर आ गए क्या करेंगे, 1 से ज्यादा आइसक्रीम आ गए क्या करेंगे. We don't have to think about that because that is not in the situation at all. ठीक है. Although this looks very lengthy and it looks like it can confuse you, schedule banana, all that could be very heavy, it was actually an easy set, right? I mean, a set from scheduling easier than this, very difficult to find. ठीक है. चलो अब questions की तरफ देखते हैं. So we have 4 questions here. Assume that only 1 client. So we have 4 questions. हर question में situation दिया हुआ है. How do we know that? Assume, suppose, all hypothetical applies for that question. But if you read this carefully, you will realize कि दो question की जोड़ी बनाई है. Assume that 1 client's order can be processed at any given point of time. So Anish or Bunny cannot start preparing a new order while previous order is being prepared. The same thing is present in the second question also. But the main question changes. At what time is the order placed by client 1 completely served? At what time is the order placed by client 3 completely served? Same situation hai. Question 1 and 2 same situation. Yes. Question 1 and 2 same situation. Just the end value that they are asking changes. First mein they are asking client 1. Second mein they are asking client 3. Again, third and fourth are similar. How? Suppose the employees are allowed to process multiple orders at a time, but the preference would be to finish the orders of clients who placed their orders earlier. Same thing is given in question 4 also, right? So third and fourth have the same background situation. At what time is the order placed by client 2 completely served? And in the next one, they are saying also assume. So another additional information. And then they're asking something there. Okay? So you don't have to worry about the length of the questions. Forget about the set. Length of the questions being too wordy. Don't have to worry about that. क्यों? क्योंकि अगर ये आपको समझ में आ गया तो ये आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. If you understood question 3, you will automatically understand question 4 also. ठीक है? So let's have a look at the first question. We made this so that we don't have to refer the question every time. बार बार question की तरफ देखने की जरूरत नहीं होगी कि बर्गर का कितना टाइम है, आइसक्रीम का कितना टाइम है, फ्राइज का कितना टाइम है. ठीक है? So I just made this table. This is something that was given in the question. ठीक है? First question, assume that only 1 client's order can be processed at any given point of time. एक ही client का order process कर सकते दोनों employees, both employees, Anish and Bunny can only be involved in getting 1 client का order sorted. ठीक है? मतलब क्या? जब client 1 आता है, unless and until the client 1 is completely served, all the items in the order, if they are not served, until then we cannot move on to the second client. ठीक है? What is the time the order placed by the client 1 completely served? Completely served कब हुआ था उसका? तो if you notice, right, अगर आप देखोगे इसमें सबसे ज्यादा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग कौन सा है? सबसे ज्यादा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है बर्गर, फिर उसके बाद आता है फ्राइज, फिर उसके बाद आता है आइसक्रीम. करेक्ट? ऑल्दो फ्राइज में एम्प्लॉय का इन्वॉल्वमेंट जरूरी नहीं है, बट अगर 5 मिनट लग रहा है फ्राइज बनने में तो 5 मिनट क्लाइंट को वेट करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है? द फास्टर वे ऑफ डूइंग दिस क्वेश्चन इज टू जस्ट लुक एट विच इज द मोस्ट लॉन्गेस्ट एन ऑर्डर टेक्स. तो एक ऑर्डर बर्गर का सबसे ज्यादा टाइम लगता है, दैट इज हाउ मच? 10 मिनट्स. तो अगर क्लाइंट 1 केम इन एट 10 AM या 10 o'clock, वट एवर AM PM, सुबह 10 बजे कौन बर्गर खाता होगा? बट अगेन दिस इज हेल्दी बाइट्स, सो वी डोंट नो. 10 o'clock आता है, 10 o'clock आके वो बोलता है 1 बर्गर, 3 फ्राइज एंड 1 आइसक्रीम चाहिए. तो 1 बर्गर, 3 portions of fries and 1 ice cream, we know that this has to be the longest that it takes, right? क्योंकि fries, 3 portions of fries will be ready in 5 minutes. 1 portion of ice cream will be ready in 2 minutes. 1 burger alone takes 10 minutes. Yes, so अगर मैं ऐसा करूं कि I put any one employee, कोई भी एक employee को मैं यहां पे लगा रहा हूं, से A को अगर मैं यहां पे लगा रहा हूं, जस्ट एज एन एग्जांपल, अगर A को मैं बोल रहा हूं भाई तू बर्गर बना, ठीक है, फ्राइज के लिए nobody needs to attend it, so they don't require any person, fries do not require any person to attend it or do anything, तो अपने आप ऑटोमेटिक हो रहा है. This can be given to Bunny, right? But the next client can only be served after their order is completed. First वाले का ऑर्डर खत्म होने के बाद, तो इसको मैक्सिमम कितना टाइम लगेगा? 10 मिनट. इन द 10 मिनट्स, इन 10 मिनट्स मैक्सिमम टाइम इज 10 मिनट्स, क्योंकि 10 मिनट्स में बर्गर रेडी, फ्राइज ऑलरेडी रेडी, आइसक्रीम इज ऑल्सो रेडी, राइट? सो अगर 10 o'clock पे कोई क्लाइंट आता है अंदर, तो ही कैन गेट हिज ऑर्डर बाय 10:10, विच इज आंसर ऑप्शन बी. ठीक है, इजी. तो हमने किसको देखा? जस्ट द लॉन्गर ड्यूरेशन वाले को, बर्गर को देखा, बर्गर का कितना टाइम है, दैट्स इट. ठीक है, परफेक्ट. So the second question is an extension of this. ये क्या बोल रहे हैं अभी? क्लाइंट 3 का कब होगा? So क्लाइंट 1 का हमने क्या देखा? क्लाइंट 1 का हमने क्या देखा? क्लाइंट 1 का 10 मिनट्स लगा, मतलब 10 o'clock को आया था, 10:10 को वो बाहर. अब क्लाइंट 2, ऑल्दो क्लाइंट 2 10:05 को अंदर आता है, क्लाइंट 2 का ऑर्डर 10:05 को आता है, बट 10:05 को दे कैन नॉट स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग, क्योंकि कंडीशन में क्या बोला है कि only after one order, one client's entire order is served, only then they can go to the second client. So client 2 already, although 10:05 को आता है, but उसका काम चालू 10:10 को ही होता है. They start preparing his food only at 10:10, right? So 10:10 को आके, no burger here, so 10 minutes नहीं है, but we have fries, 2 portions of fries. Yes, although ice cream will be ready in 2 minutes, but fries का 5 मिनट लगेगा, so maximum time is 5 minutes. That means 10:10 को वो आया, 10:10 से 5 minutes कितना? 10:15. Yes, client 2 is also served. Client 3 क्या बोल रहे हैं? Client 3 comes in at 10:07, but 10:07 को उसको कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. क्यों? They start preparing it only at 10:15. 10:15 को आए, 1 burger 1 fries, 1 fries हमें पता है 5 मिनट में हो जाएगा, बर्गर का 10 मिनट्स, दैट्स द मैक्सिमम. सो मैक्सिमम 10 मिनट्स मींस व्हाट? 10:25 को क्लाइंट 3 विल बी सर्व्ड. सो व्हाट इज आवर आंसर? 10:25, ऑप्शन सी. ठीक है, सो थ्रू आउट में हमने क्या देखा? कौन सा मैक्सिमम टाइम ले रहा है? यहां पे मैक्सिमम टाइम वॉज फॉर द बर्गर, दैट इज 10 मिनट्स. यहां पे मैक्सिमम टाइम वॉज फॉर द फ्राइज, which is 5 minutes. Here again maximum time was the burger, which was again 10 minutes. ठीक है, done? Yes, perfect, beautiful. So first 2 questions done, and again if you understand the first question, you can automatically do the second question, like I said. Now the third question has a little bit of again extra information. तो हमें पहले first 2 में जो भी हमने किया था वो भूल जाने का है, right? You forget whatever you've done in the first and the second one. Focus on what the third question is now saying. Suppose the employees are allowed to process multiple orders. Beautiful. In the previous case, they were not allowed to do this. Now they are allowed to process multiple orders. That means what? That if, let's say, Anish is busy in serving client 1 ka burger, and Bunny is done making the ice cream in 2 minutes. So now Bunny is free. तो free होगा तो Bunny क्या करेगा? He can take the order of the next client. Yes. But again, only after the order comes in. Yeah. So what I've done is 10:10 से लेके मैंने I've just made a just a line of single minute ones, ताकि अपने को थोड़ा easy हो जाए for calculating. You can still do it randomly because I wanted to make it look more aesthetically nice. तो मैंने table बनाया, right? You don't need a table for that. You just need to write down what is what. So I'm going to put purple as let's say employee 1. Okay, I'm not going to call them Anish or Bunny or whatever. I'll call them employee 1. They're asking at what time is the order placed by client 2 completely served? Yes, client 2, at what time is it completely served? So first client 1 आया था at 10 o'clock. 1 burger, 3 fries, 1 ice cream. I can say the 3 fries, okay? I'm going to put it as black. Fries is black, okay? So 3 portion of fries was automatically done. Yeah, nobody had to sit with it. That is 5 minutes. That means from here till 10:05, fries are done. Okay, nobody in specific has to do it. A burger takes 10 minutes, so they start at 10 o'clock and they end it by 10:10. Okay, so at 10:10 the burger will be ready, and I'm going to put it as red as the second employee, which is what? One order of ice cream. Ice cream gets ready in 2 minutes, so they start at 10 o'clock. At 10:02 the ice cream is ready. Client 1 is served. Yes. Now when you look at client 2 comes in when? At 10:05 only, right? Orders for 2 fries, again 2 fries का भी same 5 minutes. So 10:05 को आ गया वो, 10:05 को they can start making fries. Till 10:10 fries will be going on. Don't have to worry about fries, anybody to make the fries. But this guy is also asking for one order of ice cream. This guy is also asking for one order of ice cream. Now I cannot make employee 1 make the ice cream क्योंकि वो 10:10 पे खत्म करेगा, and then he'll take 2 more minutes to make the ice cream while second employee sitting idle. Second employee का कुछ भी काम नहीं है, उसने एक ice cream बनाया, खत्म. So the ice cream job will be given to who? The second employee, right? कब करेगा वो? 10:02 पे उसका first ice cream खत्म हो गया, but he cannot make the ice cream beforehand. That means 10:05 the second client comes in and orders for an ice cream. So he starts making the ice cream at 10:05, takes 2 minutes, by 10:07 the ice cream is ready. However, what you need to understand is second client will only be completely served when the fries are also done. Yeah. So although second client ka, this is client 1, this is client 2, this was client 1, this is client 1 and 2. Okay, I'm just writing it so that we don't get confused. So client 2, although his ice cream will be ready by 10:07, but still that order will not be completed. क्यों? क्योंकि उसने अभी तक fries नहीं दिया, right? So fries will be ready only at 10:10, and by 10:10 only they can serve the second employee completely. By 10:10, second employee will be completely served. Then second client will be completely served. Clear? Yes. So I did not take names here. I did not take names here. Anish hai, Bunny hai, whoever makes the ice cream or the burger, whatever. One person will be busy in making client 1 ka burger still, but client 2 can still be served by the same time in the first 10 minutes. क्यों? क्योंकि fries will be ready by 10:10. Ice cream is already ready by 10:07. Done. What is the difference between this and the previous situation? Client 2 gets served by 10:10 here, but here client 2 gets served by 10:15. Right? Takes extra 5 minutes. Done. So this was easier part of it. A little more, I won't say very complicated, a little more complex part is available here. What are they saying here? Same situation in the first bit. Employees are allowed to process multiple orders at a time. Beautiful. The second bit they're saying is also assume that the fourth client came in only at 10:35. 10 o'clock, 10:05, 10:07. उसके बाद कोई client नहीं. The fourth client came in by 10:35 only. ठीक है? But this is actually irrelevant. I'll tell you why. Because the question is saying between 10 and 10:30. That means before even the fourth client came, they're talking about that, right? Before even the fourth client came. 10:35 को fourth client आया, but ये लोग सिर्फ 10 से 10:30 की बात कर रहे हैं, okay? Just from 10 to 10:30. For how many minutes is exactly one of the employees idle? Now you'd be asking, sir, how did you know to make from 0 to 25 only? Why did you not take it to 35? You can. Right, I am being a little lazy here, and again to make this aesthetically more pleasing, I did not make it on the go. मैंने पहले बना के लाया है, ठीक है? That is the only difference there. So they are asking for how many minutes is exactly one. This is very important. For how many minutes is exactly one of the employees idle? Yes. So we have seen that the fries bit, I think the fries bit we can completely skip because the fries are automatic. Okay, let's not talk about the fries at all. So we are going to skip fries. Okay, fries वो अपने आप चलता रहेगा. Let's focus only on burgers and ice cream. ठीक है? The first client, one burger, so starts at 10 o'clock. Okay, let's see. So from 10 to 10:10, correct? Yeah, from 10 to 10:10, One employee is definitely busy making burger for the first guy. Yes. On the same and at the same duration, one order of ice cream is getting ready for the second guy. So second guy takes for the first guy alone, first guy, but second employee will be working on it. Let's say Bunny is working on ice creams. ठीक है? So 10 से लेके 10:02 तक, this guy will be making the ice cream. Yeah. The next order comes only at what? At 10:05. Yes, 10:05 पे next order आ रहा है. So can I say till 10:05, although the first employee is busy, Anish is busy, Bunny will be free here. So I'm going to put free as black. Okay. So कहाँ से कहाँ पे free है? He is free from here. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Right? These 3 minutes he is free. Bunny is free. But only Bunny is free because Anish is involved in making the burger. ठीक है? After 10:05, what happens? Fries automatically हो जाएगा. One order of ice cream they are asking. Again 2 more minutes. So from here 1 minute, 2 minute, 2 more minutes तक ice cream बनेंगे. Again till 10:07 this guy will be free. If you notice 10:07 already हो गया. तो ice cream हो गया. Ice cream is ready. Now the third client needs to be served. The third client needs to be served. What is the third client asking for? One burger, one portion of fries. Yes, fries automatically हो जाएगा. Burger पे उनको काम करना है. So burger who's going to make? This guy is available now. Bunny is available. Anish 10:10 तक busy है. तो वापस Anish को करेंगे तो it will take another 10 minutes, which is going to take a long time. So we are going to make Bunny make the burger now, right? Bunny burger बनाने में कितना time लगाएगा? 10 minutes लगाएगा. So from 10:07 till 10:17. This guy will be busy in making burger. Meanwhile, ऊपर अनीश फ्री है. Do you see this? अनीश बीच में फ्री है. यहां से लेके 10 o'clock से लेके 10:10 से लेके 10:17 तक this guy is free, which is how much? 7 minutes. Yes. By 10:17, let's say everybody is served. We don't have to care about price. Price को जाने दो. After this stage till what? Till 10:35. यहां से लेके 10:35 तक both are free. यहां से लेके till 10:35 they are both free. We don't want both being free. We want only one employee being free. When are one employee free? One is here, that is 3 minutes. When Bunny is free, and the other will be here 7 minutes when Anish is free. Done. This is Bunny's free time or employee 2's free time. This is employee 1's free time. So total duration when they are idle, only each one of them is idle, is 10 minutes. Because after that, both of them are free till 10:30, till 10:35. You don't have to care about what the fourth guy's order was. Fourth client का क्या order था? We don't have to care about it. क्यों? क्योंकि हमें सिर्फ 10:30 तक ही पूछा है. तो 10:35 को वो आएगा, कुछ भी ऑर्डर करेगा, इट डजेंट रियली मैटर, क्योंकि 10:30 तक, नाउ 10:17 से लेके 10:30 तक दोनों फ्री है, बट वी डोंट वांट बोथ ऑफ देम बीइंग फ्री, राइट? वी जस्ट वांट one of them being free, which is 10 minutes, which is option B. Done. So can I say this was also an easy question? No need for arranging anything, no need for doing any sort of, long intrinsic calculation. And this time the scheduling one this was the easier scheduling questions, right? One of the easiest scheduling questions they can ask. Then I just made this table, मैंने ये table बनाया so that you can understand the situation. बाकी आप ये ऐसे directly भी कर सकते हो. Done. So with this our second set was also done. Second set is also one of the easier ones, right? अब हम चल रहे हैं अपने आखिरी set for the day, third set. Okay, just to give you a quick idea about CAT 2017, plot 1, there were 8 sets asked. Okay, there were 8 sets asked. So what we are doing is 3 easy ones. There will be some moderate ones and some hard ones. ठीक है? Yes, so total 8 थे, उसमें से 3 मुझे easy लगे. I am going to do this in this video. The next video will have the moderate ones and the next will have the hard ones. ठीक है? Let's go to the third set. Third set is rural school survey. It is again based on distribution. So if you notice, heavily the sets are based on distribution. This time it has a little bit of डेटा इन्वॉल्व, राइट, लिटिल बिट से थोड़ा ज्यादा ये डेटा इन्वॉल्व है यहाँ पे, बट दिस इज हेविली डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन बेस्ड, ठीक है। क्वेश्चन देख लो, गो अहेड, हैव अ लुक एट द सेट, आई विल गिव यू सम टाइम, पॉज कर दो, फटाफट से पढ़ो, बाकी चलो साथ में करते। So this again question seemed a little confusing when you first started off, but see whenever you have a long set, जब भी set आपका long है, data heavy है या text heavy है, it's easier to break them into pieces, deal with them one at a time so that you can understand what is given there, है ना। So we have, let's say, 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, a table and 3 conditions given here, okay. And let's have a look at the question. If you have a look at the questions, there are 4 questions asked. Again, the fourth one looks a little long, the third one looks a little long, but third and the fourth have the same initial conditions, right? Same initial conditions hai third or fourth mein. Matlab if you understand the third one, chautha, fourth one, you can automatically do it. Okay? First and second is specifically asking for what percentage of kids from S were studying in P. Among the kids in W whose mothers had completed primary education, how many were not in school? So you can guess this, right? This is properly distribution based, properly grid based. Yeah. So we are going to break this into pieces. पहले first paragraph पढ़ेंगे, समझेंगे पूछ क्या रहे हैं. A study to look at the early learning of rural kids was carried out in a number of villages spanning 3 states chosen from the northeast, west and south. ठीक है. So NE, W and S में से कितने 3 states में से some villages were picked up. They are saying 50 4-year-old kids each were sampled from each of the 150 villages of northeast. तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट में कितने विलेजेस हैं? 150 विलेजेस हैं. यस, 150 विलेजेस हैं. एंड इन दैट व्हाट आर दे सेइंग? 50 4-year-old kids were surveyed, right? So 150 villages, each village will have 50 participants in the survey. So 150 into 50, 150 into 50, these many number of students were there in northeast, these many number of students were surveyed in northeast, ठीक है, or kids were surveyed in northeast. Done? Which is how much? 75 followed by 20, 7,500 surveyed kids in northeast. Same they are saying 250 villages from west. So west was what? 250 villages, 50 in each of the village. So 25 into 5 is 125. Followed by 20. These many kids were picked up for the survey from the west, and from the south there were 200 villages. From south there are 200 villages, 50 from each of the village. This is a common part, okay? This is a common part, 50 wala jo hai. So 200 into 50 is how much? 10 followed by 1, 2 and 3 zeros, which is 10,000. Please make this a habit, guys. जब भी आप data में involved होते हो, whenever there are longer numbers, especially involving zeros, it is always a good habit to bring in commas, right? Because they'll help you understand that this is not 1,000 or this is not 1 lakh, but this is 10,000 by looking at the comma system. Okay, done. So this is the understanding of the total number of kids from northeast, from west and from south. Okay, further what are they saying? So we are done till here. It was found that the 30,000 surveyed kids, let's see, do they add up to 30,000? Does this add up to 30,000? 75 plus 12,500 is 20,000 plus 10,000 is 30,000. So 30,000 is total here. These 30,000 kids were sampled. Okay. Of these, they are saying 55% studied in primary schools. Primary schools run by government. So government had what? 55% of how much? Of this 30,000 kids. Yes, which is how much? 55 into 3 is 165. And 0 ke calculation mein 2 zeros will get cancelled because of the percentage. So we will have 2 more zeros, which is how much? 16,500. अगर आपको इसमें कुछ भी दिक्कत होता है, you always have the calculator, guys. Do not hesitate to use it. Don't think that somebody is going to judge you because you did this calculation using a calculator. It's completely okay. In fact, I would recommend that if a calculation gets any complicated than this, use a calculator. Don't worry about it. Okay? So 55% is 0.55 into 30,000 gives us 16,500. Cool. So this is for government. 37 in private. So in private we have 37% of this 30,000. So 37 into 3 is 90 plus 21, that is 111, followed by how many? 1 and 2 zeros. So this is again 11,100. Okay. And what are they saying? While the remaining 8% did not go to school at all. So O means what? Did not go to school at all, which is 8%. If you add this up, 55 plus 37 plus 8 is 100. 37 plus 8 is 45. 45 plus 55 is 100%. Okay. Just for our sanity, yeah, there are no kids that are not in G, P or in O. Yeah. So 8% of 30,000 is going to be what? 2,400. Done? Yep. So just to reiterate, 30,000 is split in two parts now, two ways. One is based on the region. The other is based on which kind of school they went to or did not go to any school at all, right? So this is our first paragraph. First paragraph, super data heavy. But if you do this calculation, I think now you can understand what is going to happen, right? We are going to have kids from Northeast that went to government school, kids from Northeast that went to private schools, kids from Northeast that did not go to any school, kids from West that went to G, W, P, W, O, S, G, S, P, S, O. So can you now imagine the skeleton that you're going to work with, the skeleton of the grid that you're going to work with? This is going to be it. Yes, this is the skeleton of the grid that you are going to work with. This is what? This is the calculation of overall total number of people that were surveyed. So I'm going to quickly put in this data again here. So here we will have 7,500 for Northeast total, 12,500 for West, and for South we have 10,000. This totals up to 30,000. Same way I have put in one for G, for P and for O. For G we have 16,500. For P we have 11,100. And for O we have 2,400. Done. So this is the idea of total number of kids in Northeast, in West and in South, and in G, P and O. What we do not know are these bits. We are still not sure of these bits. This, same way, this is still something that we are not sure of. Okay. We'll have to kind of figure them out based on the next part of the question. Done? Perfect. Moving on. So from the second paragraph, so I'll put back the question bit here. The second paragraph has something else to offer, and they have by default given us a table also. The kids surveyed were further divided into two groups. So apart from the region, apart from the kind of schools they went to, right, they are again splitting them into two parts, that is based on whether their mothers dropped out of school before completing primary education or not. Yes, dropped out of school. This is not about the students who are getting surveyed, but their mothers. Okay. The table below gives the number of kids in different types of schools for mothers who dropped out of school before completing primary education. So this is for what? This is for mothers, moms who dropped out. Okay, this is not for the kids who dropped out because they're still in the primary school. Okay, this is moms who dropped out before completing primary school. So this data is given to us, G, P and O, NE, W and S total. This data is given to us. Okay, here we have the total as 18,000. Right, here also adding up to 18,000, here also adding up to 18,000, and all of these information given to us. Now we have some clues here. So these clues are what that are going to connect this table and the overall table that we made. अपन ने जो overall table बनाया उसे और इसे connect करेंगे. So I'll quickly give you a a recap of what is happening. These 30,000 kids are split up based on three factors. Okay, one is the region, that is whether they come from Northeast, or from west or from south. They are based on the type of school they went to. Yes, that is G, P, or did not go to any school. And the third one is what? About their moms either dropping out, or we are going to call it completed. Okay, dropped out or completed primary school. Done. So three parts in which they are split. Although with the first two, इन दोनों को रख के हमने दो टेबल बना दिया, but इसको रख के we cannot put it into one grid again. So we are going to have to make it into three different grids now. Three different grids we are going to come up with. One was what was given to us, moms dropping out. This is for the overall. And the third we are going to do for moms who completed the preschool. Okay? So this was given to us. This we came up with for the overall. And this we are going to put for the moms who completed. Okay? This is for the moms. Mom dropout. This is moms completed primary school. Okay? This is for the overall students. Done? So here I think you can do some intrinsic calculation first to begin with, at least with the total. So what do you see? Overall 30,000 students surveyed, out of which 18,000 students mom dropped out. That means remaining 12,000 completed. Correct? 12,000 remaining moms completed it. Are you getting this? 30 minus 18, 12. Yeah. So this is what we are going to do for the rest of it also. सबका ऐसे ही करेंगे. I am now going to use a calculator. Shamelessly, I am not embarrassed by it. I just don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk all that efforts that I put into making these three tables by making some random calculation mistake. ठीक है? So no shame about it. जो सिंपल कैलकुलेशन है वो डायरेक्टली कर लेंगे. अगर कहीं पर भी लग रहा है, थोड़ा सा भी अनईजी लग रहा है, कैलकुलेटर भाव को यूज करो. ठीक है? 7,500 minus 5,000 is 25. 12,500 minus 7,300 is what? 5,200. Because 12 minus 7 is 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. ठीक है? And then 10,000 minus 5,700 is 4,300. Just to confirm that we have the right numbers, you can quickly add them and check. 2,500 plus 5,200 plus 4,300 should give us 12,000, and it is. ठीक है? Same thing with total for G, P and O also. 16,500 minus 13,500 is 3,000. This calculation is quite simple. 11,100 and 2,700, I'm not going to risk it. So I am putting it here. 11,100 minus 2,700 gives me how much? 8,400. Not going to risk it at all. 2,400 minus 1,800 is 600. This I think I can risk. This is 600. Okay. So I'm going to again check if these add up to 12,000 or not. They do. 600 plus 8,400 is 9,000. 9,000 plus 3,000 is 12,000. Done. Yahan tak we did not use any of these conditions. We just made sure all the totals are considered, and we have that part of the grids. We have two grids now to fill. That those parts of the grids are done. Yeah. Now you'll be wondering, sir, ये easy में कैसे आया? ये set easy में इसलिए आया because it is direct calculation. कुछ ज़्यादा इसमें सोचने का समझने का नहीं है. ठीक है? Simple distribution part है ये. So let's have a look at the first clue now. First clue क्या बोल रहा है? In S, 60% of the surveyed kids were in G. Right? In S, this is for overall. ठीक है? In S, 60% of the surveyed kids were in G. S कहाँ है? ये रहा. S में कितने लोग हैं? 10,000 people. Out of these 10,000 people, they're saying 60% were in G. That is government school, right? So 60% of 10,000 is what? 6,000. Perfect. One part is done. In S again, all surveyed kids whose mother had completed primary education were in school. So what does it mean? What does this mean? In S, moms who completed, they're talking about completed primary education, were in school. That means this is not in school, not in school, not in school. We are not talking about overall anymore. We are talking about moms who completed. So in S, they are saying there were no kids. If their moms had completed primary education, there were 0 kids who did not go to school. ठीक है? Done? First clue completely used. Can we do some intrinsic calculation now with this? I think we can. So 6000 minus 5100 is going to be 900. I'm going to put that here, right? 6000 minus 5100 is 900. What else can we do here? If this is 0, 0 and 300 together will give us how much? 300 here. Yes, 300 plus, 300 minus 300 is 0. Cool? Yes. Now with that in hand, I think we can fill up this part also. In S, who goes to private school? Yes. 600 and 300 is sorted here. Remaining, we have to place it here. So 10,000 में से 6,300 गया, मतलब कितना बचा? 3,700. Am I right? Yes. Same way here, 900 and 0. So out of 4,300, 900 is sorted. 3,400 remaining will come here. Clear? So S is completely done. This is done. This is done. This was already done. Clear? Yep. Perfect. So first clue used completely and it helped us complete the entire grid for the S part. Let's look at the second one. In any. So now they're talking about Northeast, any. Among the O kids, not zero kids, O kids. Among the O kids, 50% had mothers who had dropped out before completing. Yes. So what are they saying? That these O kids, so I'm going to write this down here. Under NE, if you're looking for O kids, I'm going to put a line here so that we don't get confused in O and 0. Of the O kids, they are saying 50% had mothers who had dropped out of. So 50% are dropped mothers. Yes. That means remaining 50% will be completed mothers. Correct? Now from the table, we can see that dropout mothers in any O kids. Dropout mothers, any O kids is 300. O, any dropout kids, mothers is 300. So if this 300 is 50%, this 300 will be the other 50%. This total is 600. Yes. Can we place that there? So any O total is 600. Out of that 300 here and 300 here. Yes, that's the understanding of it. Second clue used. Can we use that for some other internal calculation? Yes, we can. Out of 2,400, 900 is sorted here. So remaining 1,500 will be placed here. Yes. Same way. Out of 600, 300 placed here. 300 and 0 is 300. So remaining 300 will come here. Yeah. Just to confirm now, look at this. 300 plus 1200 is 1500. Makes sense. That means we are going in the right direction. Okay? Two clues are done. Is there anything else we can fill from here? No, that's it. Now we are going to use the third clue. The number of kids in G in any. This G in any was the same as the number of kids in G in W. G in W. So they're saying if this is A, this is also A. These two are equal. Is this going to help us? Yes. How? We know that this total is 16,500, right? This total is 16,500. So out of 16,500, we have what? 6,000 and we have A plus A, that is 2A. So from here we will get what? 2A is nothing but 16,500 minus 6,000 is 10,500, or A is nothing but 5,250. Done? Calculator है, अगर कोई भी डाउट आता है प्लीज यूज इट, डू नॉट हेसिटेट. ठीक है? 5,250. ठीक है? So with this I think I can now remove this A bit, right? I'll just put in these two were 5,250. Okay, this is 5,250. This is also 5,250. From here, can I place these two values? Yes. 5,250 में से 4,200 गया. That means 1,050 remaining. Luckily, the next one is also same. 5250 minus 4200 is 1050. Okay. With this, can I place the remaining values? Of course I can. From 7500, now I'm bringing this up. From 7500, we have 600 and 5250. 5250 and 600 already placed. So remaining 1650 will be here. Yes. Same way, you can do it either like this or like this, either which ways. I'm going like this. 12,500 minus 1,500 minus 5250 gives me what? 5750. Yes. This is 5750. Done. With this, can we fill in the rest? You can either subtract from here to here or do it like this. Either which ways is okay. I'm going like this. 1650 minus 500 is 1150. 5750 minus 1900 is 3850. Quickly check. 1150 plus 3850 plus 3400 does add up to 8400. That means we are right. Done. If you want, quickly analyze these data also if they are matching up. Yeah. 1050 plus 1150 plus 300 adds up to 25. Very good. Next, 1050 plus 3850 plus 300 also adds up to 5200. So we are completely sorted. Now they can ask us any question from anywhere and we have the value with us. Yes. अब वो कुछ भी पूछ ले, we have three datas now, three tables now. One overall, the second moms dropping out, and the third moms completing it. Yeah. Technically, if you have any two tables, you can figure out the third one. That's the idea here, right? If I have overall and dropout, I can figure out completed. If I have overall and completed, I can figure out dropout, although that was given to us. So if I have dropout and completed, I can figure out overall. But since we are any which ways doing the calculation, एक और table add करने में कोई हर्ज नहीं है. That is only going to stop us from making mistakes. ठीक है? Done. So we have three tables now. Yeah, let's use this for our questions. So I hope you can see these tables here. यहाँ पे मैंने अपने reference के लिए लगा रखा है. I just reduce the size of the calculator a bit. Yeah. चलो शुरू करें. What percentage of kids from S? So from S, they're saying what percentage of kids were studying in P. So we want P from S. Okay, S में से P into 100. So where are we going to get this value? They're talking about overall. So S में total kids कितने हैं? 10,000. From there, how many are studying in P? 3,700. Yes. So we have what? We have 3,700 upon 10,000 into 100, which will give us what? 1 2 1 2 gone, 1 2 1 2 gone, 37%. That is option A. Perfect. Done. You can eliminate one answer choice blindly here, which is this. Because it was given to us that in S, 60% is G. If 60% is G, then the remaining 40% should come here, right? 40% should come here. That means this has to be less than equal to 40. This is more than that. This is also more than that. Yes, so between 37 and 6, any one has to be our answer. It is 37. Cool. Moving on. Second question. Similar logic. Among the kids in W whose mothers had completed primary education. So W completed, okay? W completed में से how many were not in school? How many were not in school? So O, we want O in W completed. So first you look at the completed bit. Completed is where? Here. Yes, completed. Under completed you want W, which is here. Under there you want O, which is here, which is 300. Yes, these 300 kids, are we right? Yeah, this 300. So that's our answer. Option A, 300. Way to go. Superb. Yes, W, whose mothers had completed. How many were not in school? That is O. Clear? Perfect. So first two questions, like I said, directly reading from the analyzing from the given grids, from the grids that we came up with, and then you answer those questions. Now for the third and the fourth question, somehow we've been given some extra data, right? As if what we already did was too much, was too less, they have given more to work with. Chalo padhte. In a follow-up survey of the same kids 2 years later. So if that happened in 2000, this is happening in 2002, 2 years later. Okay? It was found that all the kids, now please read this carefully, all the kids were now in school. All the kids were now in school means what? Overall mein, this O should become 0. Correct? This O should become 0. That means this 600 should go somewhere. This 1500 should go somewhere. This 300 also should go somewhere. Either to government school or to private school. Right? That means this entire 2400 should be placed in G or P in some split. Okay? Now further they've given us some condition. Of the kids who were not in school earlier, in one region, 25% were in G now. Okay? Some region I don't know whether it is N, E, W or S. I'm going to call it X. Okay? So 25% of X were in where? Were in G. Okay? In G. That means in P, the remaining 75%. Okay? Whereas the rest were enrolled in P. Done. In the second region, all where is it? In the second region, all such kids were in G. All kids. So second region jo bhi hai, 100% of that were in G. Okay? And in the third region, 50% have joined G. 50% of some Z have joined G. Okay? And whoever is remaining will go to private schools. जो भी remaining है वो private schools में जाएंगे. ठीक है? यहाँ पे 75%, here 0, and here other 50%. Okay? Now what are they saying? As a result in all three regions put together, 50% of the kids who were earlier out of school had joined G. So as a result of this, 50% of total kids who did not go to school, that is 2400, were in government school. Yes. So 50% of 2400 is what? 1200. Correct? Although we have not been told which region goes where, right? ये X northeast हो सकता है, west हो सकता है, south हो सकता है. Y could be northeast, west or south. Z could be northeast, west or south, right? So we have to place X, Y and Z as northeast, west or south in some order. That's the logic that we have to use here, right? So we know that government school mein total 1200 kids go. So I know that, let's focus on this 100%. Okay? I know that this 100% cannot be, this 100% definitely cannot be this 1500. Why? 1500 is greater than 1200. So if I say this 100%, this full thing was 1500, it will not make sense because then it will go in negative, right? So this cannot be west is all I know. ये west नहीं हो सकता. Y cannot be west is all I know, right? Y जो है, Y is not west. So it is either northeast or it is south. That means some value, for some value we need 100%. So it's either 600 or 300. Here all you have to do is trial and error. If this is 600, and you place, let's say the remaining, the 1500 here and the remaining 300 here. What do you notice? You need to remember one thing. We need values that end with 2 zeros. This is where your math comes into play. Okay, numbers should end in 2 zeros. 50% will end with 1 0. This 100% of 600 will end with 2 zeros, but 25% of 1500, that is 1500 divided by 4 does not end in zeros at all. That means you don't even have to try this. देखने में पता चल रहा है कि ये नहीं हो सकता. Yes, this cannot happen. That means it is either what now? It is either what? This being 300 and this being 1500, है ना? 1500 and 300 को आप उल्टा उल्टा करो. So this can become 300 and this can become 1500. Yes. Again, what is the trouble here? 25% of 300 will still give us 75. 300 ka 25% is still 75. We don't want that. We need values ending with two zeros, right? So what happens? 300 will not come here. This is maybe fixed here. This we have to exchange. So this 300 and 600, if we exchange, this being 600 and this being 300, let's see if this works. This is all about trial and error. That's it. Okay. So 1500 by 2 is 750 plus 100% of 300 is 300 plus 25% of 600 is how much? 150. So 150 adds up to 1200. This is exactly right. Yes. What does it mean? That 25% of 600, that is 150, go to G, and remaining 450 will go to P. Here all 300 will go to G, 0 kids will go to P. Here 750 go to G and remaining 750 will go to P, right? And what is this? 600 is northeast, so this is northeast. This is south 300 and this is west 1500. Done? Yes. So now all we require is another table giving us the fresher values, newer values, right? So what is happening? This 600 is now 0. 300, 150 will go to G. So 5250 plus 150 will be here and 450 will be here. Yes. This 1500 is 0. 750 will go here. Another 750 will go here, adding them with the existing value, and this will also become 0. Entire 300 will go here. Done? Yes, this is the new table. Yeah, same thing will reflect here and here, but since we do not know the split up, you can't directly do anything. But what is the question saying? What number of the surveyed kids now were in G in W? Now, so this new table, right? New table, they're saying now GW. So GW, how many? 5250 plus 750. What is 5250 plus 750 give us 6000. This is the answer. Option A. So the third question looks a lot complex than it is, because it is about placing this X, Y, and Z, right? What are these? What is the order? If you can quickly think of some way to figure this out. I started off with the zeros. Yes. One thing I knew, Y cannot be 1500 क्योंकि बहुत बड़ा value है. 1200 से भी बड़ा है. So it can't be here. So 1500 should either be at here or here. Here we worked out 25% of 1500 ended with what? 75. So we needed 25 somewhere. We knew we cannot get 25 here or here. So 1500 we fixed here. Between 600 and 300 we again try. That's it, right? This is the entire ball game required for this question. Done? So this question is done. Now whatever data we just came up with, I'm not going to let it go in vain, because my next question is also based on the same thing. I'm going to put this in the new table. Okay? Yeah, here it seems a little hidden. I'm going to change the slide and you can see ये same data मैंने यहाँ पे डाल दिया है. 5250 plus 150 is 5400. 5250 plus 750 is 600. 6000 plus 300 is 6300. Same way here, 1650 plus 450 is 2100. 5750 plus 750 6500. 3700 is the same क्योंकि यहाँ पे कोई भी नहीं आ रहा, zero है, right? And this all becomes 0. Done? Using this in the second question now, let's read the second bit of it. First bit is the same. This first bit is exactly the same. Again, I would still recommend that you read. मैंने पहले पढ़ लिया था तो that's okay, but you should read it and then confirm, okay? They're asking what percentage of the surveyed kids in S whose mothers had dropped out before completing primary education were in G now. Now, right? What percentage of the surveyed kids in S? So first, let's see. Surveyed kids in S. S surveyed kids are how much? What percentage of the surveyed kids in S were in G? So that's going to be for which kids? whose mothers had dropped out. Dropped out. So if you were to look at this here, see, of these 300 जो हमने full 300 को we sent here, correct? This full 300 went here. Of this 300 are not in school here, with moms dropping out, with moms completing, it is 0. तो ये 300 का हिसाब क्या है? This 300 will any which ways, this entire 300 will any which ways go here, because here there were already 0. So we are not going to put anything here because 0 से और कुछ बढ़ेगा नहीं, right? So this is gone. This becomes 5,100 plus 300, and in total we had 5,700 kids. So 5,700 kids in total, out of which these 300 now become a part of this. So 5,100 plus 300. In terms of percentage they are asking, so that's into 100. Yes, this gives us what? 5,400 divided by 5,700 into 100. This gives us how much? 94.73. 94.73. Alright. I hope you can see this. 94.736%. Closest we have, not this, not 93.4. Cannot be determined is a trap. Okay, please understand, this will be a trap if you cannot think, if you cannot compute your own data, then this question can be skipped. But I think this was an easier take here, right? So our closest answer is option A, 94.7. You can approximate 94.373 as 0.7. This is our answer. Cool. So we can maybe say the fourth question was a little tricky because you need to have a bigger picture. आपको सिर्फ ये टेबल नहीं देखना है, आपको ये देखना है कि ये जो 300 यहां से यहां गया, 6000 से ये 6300 जो हुआ, what impact will it have on dropout and completed? Luckily, because we had 0 here, we did not have to worry about splitting this 300 into any parts. ये जो 300 है, इसे हमें split करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ी. सारे 300 क्या हुआ? They went off to government school. However, had they asked for some other region, say they had asked for west or northeast, तब हम फंस जाते. क्यों? क्योंकि west में क्या है? West में in G we have 6000, 5250 था, 6000 हुआ. मतलब ये जो 750 यहां पे गया, 1500 का 750 यहां पे गया, उनमें से ये कौन से पार्ट हैं और ये कौन से पार्ट है, we would not know. The 750, splitting that 750 into mothers that dropped out and completed, that is impossible. So had they asked for northeast or west, हमारा आंसर होता cannot be determined. But because they were kind enough and asked us about government school from south S, it made it so simple for us. Done? Yes. So with this, we are done with the 3 sets. Yeah. But these were the easier sets from CAT 2017 slot 1, which was convened by IIM Lucknow. I will be bringing, the next video will be on moderate sets, and the next ones will be on the hard sets of slot 1. Same way we'll do for slot 2 also. Yes. Although there were only 2 slots, but the number of sets were more. Imagine doing 8 sets. Can you imagine doing that in the test? That too after doing verbal, you have to get involved in answering 8 sets, solving 8 sets and answering them. And then you also have to worry about the next section, that is quant. That would make it miserable. So 2017 was very kind enough to give us 3 easy sets so that we could at least say that, yeah, about 50% of the questions we did them. Yeah. So I hope this video helps you. All the very best and stay tuned. I will be bringing CAT 2017 moderate and hard from slot 1 and slot 2 easy, moderate and hard as well. Yeah. All the very best, guys. Cheers.